Hey everyone, I'm Candace.
I'm Latoya.
And I'm Sherelle.
And we are Sistas Unscripted.
Thank you so much for joining us.
We are completely unscripted, where we talk about all the things, all the shit, whatever we want, from the eyes of Black sisters. So stay and kick it with us.
Let's get into it.
What's up, sisters? We are on another episode of Sistas Unscripted. Welcome back, y'all. If you're new here, we are three Black sisters from Utah bringing you real life, real laughs, and real conversations. Today's episode is all about speed, honesty, and a little chaos because we're going to do another rapid fire episode. So obviously the rules of rapid fire is no thinking, no overthinking, just whatever comes out first. Feelings might get hurt, secrets might get exposed, but it's all love, right? I'm just kidding. I'm being dramatic. Like I said, no thinking and no explaining. Well, you can explain it, but like no overthinking. Our first round is going to be choices with consequences. First question is, so would you rather be rich and lonely or broke with peace? And Sherelle, I want you to go first.
Probably rich and lonely.
Okay, why?
Because I don't need nobody. I'm fine.
Okay. Touche. Latoya?
Shoot.
It's hard, huh?
That is, because I want to stay rich and lonely because I can travel the world and maybe I won't be lonely, but I'm going to say broke and have peace.
Broke and have peace. Yeah, I'd have to agree that I'm going to say broke with peace. Okay, next question. Public apology or private closure? Toya, you go first.
Public apology or private
Closure.
closure?
Mm-hmm.
Private closure.
Okay. Do you want to expand on that?
Because it's no one else's business. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, why bring someone into your house when they're not invited?
That's fair. That's fair. Sherelle?
Like, it just depends on the situation. Like, if the situation became public, then yeah, you better apologize publicly. But if not, I mean, I prefer it to stay private, but dumb fucks make that decision when they make things public. So at that point, then you better be apologizing to me via public so the public knows that you fucked up.
Okay, that's fair. I will say, though, it's hard to believe those public apologies anymore because these people got PR behind them. You know what I'm saying?
And them crocodile tears.
We're not talking about celebrities and shit like that. I'm thinking the average Joe. If the average Joe did something towards me, hopefully we keep it private, but if they want to go to Facebook and tell people how they think I'm this horrible villain, then you're going to apologize via Facebook.
Okay,
And then
that's
we'll
fair.
have a conversation about it later.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of expanded a little bit thinking of like, more like celebrity and stuff too, but I didn't really think of it in that way. But I would like to keep it private closure as well because like Latoya said, it's none of y'all business. So please and thank you. Next question. Lose your phone for a week or your car for a week?
Phone.
Phone? Why would you both say that?
I can't get no one without a car.
Yep.
You can't go without a car? Yeah. Yeah. I would say phone for a week as well, because first of all, if you lose your phone, you can always disable it with Find My Phone and all. You can always shut that stuff down and reset it, I believe, from what I understand.
Sorry, y'all. I'm like, I lost my phone. Don't call me. Don't text me. Just leave me the fuck alone. Love you.
That's the middle sister, y'all.
Leave me an email.
So yeah, I would lose my phone for a week too. So would you rather be hated for being honest or loved for lying? I would rather be hated for being honest. So for me, that's hard because I tend to be more on the people pleasing side and I want to make people happy. But the older that I'm getting and the experiences that I've had, I'm realizing that people are going to think what they're going to think. And like, what do people say? What you think of me is none of my business. So as long as I'm telling you the truth, so be it. Toya?
Same. I mean, I've already practiced being honest, and there are people out there that do not like me because of it. So, c'est la vie. If you can't handle the truth, then get out the kitchen. Is that what they say?
Okay. I thought you were going to say, because my kids are in the other room, I'm going to say poop or get off the pot. They're sleeping, so they probably wouldn't hear me, but still, just in case. Sherelle?
Same.
Be hated for being honest. Sibling behavior exposed. So who would lie first to get out of trouble? Sherelle, that's your question.
Who would lie first?
Who do you think? Yeah, from our sibling group, who would lie first to get out of trouble?
I mean, I think it depends. But if we're talking about like it's not a big deal, then oh yeah, I'll totally lie first. I don't give a fuck.
Okay. Touche, Toy.
I think I would lie. I think you would can.
Oh. Why do you say that?
Past experiences.
My bad. Listen. The backhand that we got from Dad, that was scary.
That's true.
I'm sorry.
We're in the Hunger Games, y'all. Have to survive.
Who cannot keep a secret?
Candace.
Really?
Yes.
What do you mean? Really?
You act
Okay.
surprised.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah. I've told you some things and you told me some.
I just feel like a really crappy sister right now.
That is.
Anyway, Sherelle, do you think the same thing?
No, I think it's me.
Yeah.
I tell mom that
You both tell mom.
no,
I-
listen. Listen, bitch. I told mom when I cut her hair recently, I was like, I prioritize the siblings more than I prioritize you guys. You guys take a back burner. So anytime I know anything about the parents, you guys are the first ones I tell.
Wait, what? I totally think I heard that backwards. So you prioritize us before you prioritize mom? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, mom and dad.
So you okay. So then when you hear stuff about them, you tell us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So I did hear it right.
Also feel that because we have cliques in between or within our sibling group, like you guys are closer and I'm closer to Will, then I also feel like if I say something to one of you two will find out because you guys will talk to each other, and then William and I.
You do say that quite a bit though, that there's cliques inside our sister brotherhood, which I don't know if I necessarily believe that, but I mean your opinion is your opinion and I respect it. But I don't believe that. I just think we might have more things in common, LaToya and I, because of a lot of things that we do.
Is that not a clique? Oh,
I don't think so personally.
Okay, we can agree to disagree.
That I don't think they're cliques. I think for me, I think it has to do with the still grappling of the trauma that
The
the four
separation.
of us, that we had to deal with, and that me and Candace grew up longer together. You and Will grew up longer together. I think to simplify it as a clique or put the name clique on it. I don't think that's true. I think it was the choices of our parents that we had no control over. And unfortunately, it created that for the four of us. And I think regardless, if I wish that never happened, because I think as strong and as close as we are, I think that we could always be stronger. But that little rift of time really it still affects all four of us.
Yeah, it really does. And I'll say it really does. I mean, I know we unpacked a lot of that in 2020, which I'm super grateful that we did, but I still think some of those scars are still there. Because I remember, I think I even expressed in 2020 when we had I think it was in 2020 when we had our talk when your therapist, Sherelle, asked you to get the siblings together and we had that huge conversation. And like, I still think about that to this day, like how much like we needed that conversation and like how it like healed me in a lot of ways. But there's still some of that trauma and that pain that, that's still there from the separation that we had for that almost year in our formative years. I mean, I told you and Will that I was, upset with Dad and Mom for a while because I felt like they did so much more for you guys, for you and William, than they did for LaToya and I, and we got the crap end of the stick. But then I realized when we had that conversation, there was a lot of things that you guys are going through that I hadn't realized either. And I was like, so maybe the things that you guys got that I was jealous of back in the day or that I felt like I wasn't able to have, at the end of the day, it's like it wasn't any better for you guys. Yeah, you may have got those things, but at what cost? That was a huge realization for me. And that was like a healing moment for me because I was like, crap, like I hadn't realized what they were going through. Like I knew you guys were going through stuff, but that was huge for me. But still, I still feel like LaToya said, I feel like that wound is still there.
Silence. Next question.
All right. Who would argue with a brick wall? Sherelle.
Said when we were doing that episode with our MBTI or whatever that was called, and you were like, sometimes I just like to start shit.
You did.
So don't act surprised.
No, but that's not a brick wall.
Girl, it's a metaphor.
Listen, I'll give you guys that, because out of all three of us, yes, I would argue with a literal brick wall. But also, too, sometimes I just like to piss people off. You know what I mean? Sometimes I just like to, yeah, that's a thing. But it's not like I'm doing it like when we're talking serious or whatever, you know? And also that's because I have lack of attention. Sometimes I need attention from my siblings, okay? Because like I said, no, fine, I won't use the word clique. But you guys we got posses, okay? And you and LaToya are a posse. Okay, and I'm the odd one out. And sometimes I feel like I have to force my way because you guys like Beyonce. And I'm like, oh, that was another bar. Almost. It was like a half bar. Because Wade, Beyonce was a poet and I don't even know it. But anyway, sometimes I feel like I gotta force my way in between you guys because we don't. I don't feel like we got shit in common. I'll be honest with you. I'm a hardcore nerd. You guys aren't nerd at all. I take that back. Everyone's a nerd for something. You know, you guys like your drama shit. I don't like drama. You know what I mean? Like we live in two different worlds, and my posse is Will. Will gets me. Will gets me, where you guys just don't get me. You guys don't at all. And it's a bummer sometimes.
Then why, like, and I don't mean this in like a negative way, then why do we do this? Like, why do we not necessarily the podcast, but like then like why are we close then if we don't have anything in common? You know what I mean?
Because we're siblings. And like we have to. And I'm not saying like we have to. I'm not let me take that back. I'm not saying we have to because we have to. But like we're siblings. How else is it supposed to be? You know what I mean? Like you guys like my ride or die. Like I don't see that any other way. Especially because you know what? Maybe it's because we're all just trauma fuck bonded. You know what I mean? Maybe we're just close through trauma. And maybe that's it. You know what I mean?
But is that enough? Is that enough to keep a connection then? Or is it just like
around? If that was really all that was it, I feel like we all would be we'd be like J and J, if you know what I'm saying. And like not talk to us or talk to each other.
Oh, I got it now. I was gonna be like, I don't. But
I knew exactly what she meant.
It took me a second.
Yeah, it's just like an unspoken bond. I don't think it's anything that I can really put words to because the reason why we are how we are is more powerful than words, and I don't feel like words can explain that. At least for me, anyway.
Are we more than words? Is all you have to do to make it
Wrap it up.
What, you? I love that song.
Exit that way.
What would you do? Exiting. Okay, that's too far. I'll have to fall off this stool.
Any other last words on that before I move on to the next question?
Next question.
Okay. Childhood meets therapy. Who needed the most attention growing up? Yep, Sherelle. And I think she just said that before. So
she did.
Okay, this is kind of this. Listen to the whole thing before you answer it. Who was the most sensitive but hid it? I would say LaToya.
Yeah,
agree.
I would say like LaToya or me.
Yeah, it's a toss between you two, but I would say Toya more because Toya be hiding stuff. And I don't think she does it on purpose. I think she does it out of protection of herself and potentially others as well. I could be wrong, but that's just kind of what I see.
It's a Taurus thing.
The bull. Who learned how to talk back the fastest? Sherelle.
You are the only person in our family that can say some shit to dad and not die. I'm so surprised you're not alive. Like you're actually alive and not dead.
Listen, and some of the stuff that me and dad have said to each other, I mean, mind you, I haven't said half the stuff that dad said to me. And dad, if you're listening, you know it's true. Love you. I still love you from afar. But anyways, some of the stuff, I remember calling him an a-hole one day. And that was back when I was getting married in my first marriage, but he was saying something really mean about mom. And so I was defending mom. Me saying that made it where we didn't talk for years. But I don't know how you and him do it, where you can say whatever. You've told us some of the things you said to dad, and yet you guys are like this.
Crazy.
I'm like, dang, girl.
Not. I don't know about this. We're having a moment.
This. No, I get you though. I get you. But your clapback is. Listen, in my last job, I had people that didn't know you and were afraid of you. They heard some of the stories that I would tell them, especially about the Tootsie Roll, the dick pic thing that you posted it on Facebook and tagged the person, and then like when you the whole Tinder fiasco with the guy that I had met that ghosted me, and that you matched with him, and then you told him about himself, and then he unmatched you.
How'd you fix your glasses? I call those are earned ass kickings from Sherelle.
For sure. Oh, absolutely. Definitely. Who would survive strict parents in this generation?
All of us. Strict parents are a cakewalk compared to what we dealt with.
That's
so
true.
Honestly, all you weak pussy ass bitches, parents that are trying to gentle parent and like and then like hypersensitive. Oh my gosh, fucking take me out. Take me out. I can't. All of you fucks, we would run miles on your asses, okay? Like, of course, we would survive them and some. Like, we could take on the apocalypse with how weak-ass bitches these parents are nowadays. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'm not talking about you, Candace. And I'm not talking about my friends either. But other than that, puss-ass bitches. Anyway, keep going.
Dang. Real fast before I continue. Yeah, strict parents today are different than the strict parents back then. I think strict is very different these days. Strict back in the day was grab a switch and put your pants down and psh, psh, psh,
bare ass with a paddle or on their hands or with a fucking belt. And then a long motherfucking lecture.
Christmas would roll around and then we would get some sort of like bread on a paddle and we're like, fuck you guys. You have no idea what's gonna happen with that paddle. Fuck all of you. Honestly, fuck those guys.
So like people coming over, knock, knock, knock. Oh, we just figured we bring over some like a charcuterie board, some cheese, some meats, and some nuts, and this beautiful board. And then it became the death weapon on our hands and our asses. I was like, who in their right motherfucking mind thinks like that? It's for cheese, not for asses.
And not ass cheese.
We laugh because we can't cry.
It's true.
Better question, rapid fire. If you could take anything, you could choose 2 items. If you could take any items away from your childhood, what would it be? Mine are those fucking bread paddles and those fucking shoe boxes.
Shoe boxes?
Mm-hmm.
What's
remember how
you
Dad
remember this?
put the shoe boxes on
Hang
our
on,
hands
hang on.
and then put beers in them or his huge ass shoes and said, don't let your hands drop or I'm going to pop you.
Remember, Candace? We'd hold our hands out like this and then Dad would be like, and then he's like, Oh, is that dipping? Oh, is that dipping? Oh, here. And it's all shoe boxes. It's all fucking shoe boxes.
And her hands were like,
We got, if we slip, we got more boxes. But then he's all like, but also if you let it slip, you're going to get an ass whooping. And then we'd be so good and we wouldn't let it slip. But then we get an ass whooping anyway.
yeah, because we defied motherfucking gravity, okay? We were Alphabet before Alphabet was even known, okay? We are that shit, okay? and then we still got our ass beat. I was like, aren't you proud? We are strong ass bitches. And you still gonna try to bring us down? They never gonna bring me down.
He's like, I hope you're happy. Look at her. She's wicked.
We're like, with those boxes. Yes, I remember. And then like a damn pizza box somewhere.
I don't remember the shoe boxes, but I do remember us having to hold our hands up and not putting it down a certain, or like moving them, or we'd get another lick. I don't remember the boxes though.
Yeah, that's when we're getting our hands slapped.
I remember getting the hand slapped because
Yeah,
I remember that
we had to
feeling.
keep our hands out. And then while they were getting slapped, if we went down, then we'd be like, put your hand back up. Put your
Yep.
hands back up. So
I
your
had to
memory
keep
is correct, but you're missing the precursor of getting your hand slapped by those fucking wooden bread thingies.
board. Little handle and the little
It was a cutting board.
board.
It was a wooden cutting board. I remember it.
God,
It was
you know
like
what we should
it
do
was like the medium sized one.
for at the end of season 2, we're gonna have a bonfire. And we're gonna all each buy a charcuterie board like that and burn it and make a video and dance around it. To free
And say,
our mama.
and then we could say, and I'm on the table.
But you know what? This is why we would be able to survive these kids or survive parents nowadays, because they'd be all like, put your hands up, and then we do it, and then they hit us and be like, oh well, looks like I'm calling CPS on your ass. Looks like I'm
Right.
gonna be emancipated. Looks like you're gonna go to prison for beating me, you ass. And then they'll be like, oh no.
It's like when what is it what Michael Myers one is it where he like keeps it's the fourth one when he like punches him, Billy or Bobby or
Oh,
Brady,
Brady.
no! And he's like punching. We're Michael Myers in that situation because we're like, you can punch us all you want, but then we're gonna grab your neck, we're gonna lift it up, and 11 your ass.
oh my gosh.
We're not violent.
We just have a lot of anger, I guess.
The rage is raging.
Oh my gosh. The way this episode has gone was not the way I expected it at all.
This is unscripted.
Really though. It'd be interesting to have a therapist untangle some of this stuff.
Honestly, I do want to do one with like a therapist on an episode with us and talk about shit. That would be
We
crazy.
should get Darby.
And then, oh yeah, Darby would be great. And then I also want to bring an astrologer on so they could do our astrology charts individually and how we work together.
Ooh, that would be, oh, I love that. That would be amazing.
Like how we work together, how we differentiate, how we communicate, how we our communication styles, like based on our birth charts. I think it'd be fun.
I love that idea so much. Next thing, because we're still going,
Round 4.
relationships and mess. I already know what the answers to most of these are. Who falls in love too fast? Me.
Yeah, I would say that.
I kind of think me too. I don't fall in love. I fall in like anyone can give
Okay.
me attention. I'm like, oh, you like me, bitch? You know, like I was a loser growing up. So anytime that any dude throws any sort of direction my way, I have to remind myself that's like they don't like me. Like someone actually, I called one of my friends. We were talking about when we first met, and then I met him at a gas station, and then we ended up being like MySpace friends. And then He's one of like my good friends, but we don't talk all the time. But a few years after we had become friends, we were talking about that, and I was like, "Yeah, I thought that you had a terrible pickup line." He's like, "Bitch, I didn't like you. You really reminded me of someone," and I was like, "Oh,
You remind me of a girl that I once knew. He ushered
yeah."
you.
It's like he said that because he came up to me at the gas station and he thought that I was one of his friends from kindergarten or something like that. And I was like, what a fucking weird pickup line. And he's like, no. I'm like, oh,
See, and
okay.
I'm the type of person that if somebody doesn't literally outright tell me that they like me, I do not pick up hints. I do not pick up the around the bush. You either tell me you like me or you don't like me. So, you literally, and there's even times you could probably tell me that you like me and I'm questioning, like, do they really like me? That's,
Same.
again, that is also something I'm working on in therapy. Thank you.
No, I'm similar. I am similar in those regards. Mostly, I remember this one time when this guy that I had a crush on, he was a musician, and he invited me over to watch a movie, and it was just the two of us. I can't remember what movie we were watching, and then he was like,
Just the two of us. Sorry, had to.
God, was it? What was it? Anyway, but he was like, "Oh, are you cold?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "We want some blankage?" And I was like, "Sure." Took the blanket and like put it around myself. I told my friends, they're like, "Girl, what is wrong with you?" I was like, "What? I was cold. He gave me the blanket." And they were like, "No, he was saying if you wanted to cuddle." And I was like, "Why didn't he just say that?" It's like, "Cause he was trying to be smooth." I was like, "I thought he was offering me his blanket." Y'all.
Was this before the guy that made you dinner or the guy or after?
This was before.
Or was this the same guy? Okay, because I remember one of our episodes, you're like, he made me dinner, we had wine. And then you're like, listen, girls, they don't like you. If they cook you food, it don't mean they like you.
Don't mean nothing. And as a Taurus, what's the way to my heart is food and wine and good times. Romance is hard. That's why I keep to myself.
Yeah. I think I would say I still do fall too fast, but I'm getting better at and I think a lot of that comes from, like I have this Disneyfied idea of what love is supposed to be like. But also we didn't grow up seeing what love was supposed to look like, which I think exemplifies the Disney in my mind. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. The Disney of my mind.
I also know the answer to this. Who stays too long? I would say
I
me.
don't know if I want to say it out
But
loud.
I think all of us, to a certain degree, at some point in our lives, have stayed too long.
I would agree.
Terrell, you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Who is hardest to date?
Oh, I would say me for sure.
I was going to say you too.
Oh, I was going to say maybe me.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't had a lot of relationships in my life or people asking me out. So I always just interpreted that as like, maybe I'm just a challenge or something or difficult. I don't know. I'm fine by myself.
Then I guess both of us are difficult then because we're both in the same boat of I haven't dated very much either.
You know what I call it?
Yeah, you guys think I've dated a lot too? I don't. I just hang out with people.
I was just going to say you hang out with people, but that's the same thing.
No, it's not.
But that's a different episode for another day, folks. Who sends the risky text first? Sherelle, for sure.
Like risky as in like nudes?
I mean, I guess, but like it doesn't have to be that. Just like, something risky.
Sexting?
Maybe.
Like risky or risque?
It says risky.
Oh, risky. I'm adventurous.
I would agree.
I'm not talking about risque. We're talking about risky.
Risky is different than risque.
Yes.
Isn't it the same?
No.
No? Okay.
That's another episode. We should get into it next time.
Okay. Adult life reality check. Who is secretly burnt out?
All of us.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Oh, yeah.
For a lot of reasons. One of those reasons being we're Black women in America. But that's another topic, folks. Who needs a vacation immediately? I would
All
say
of us.
me. All of us. But I would say me because I don't ever get out. I need to be better about it. I don't ever get out. And that's something that I admire about you, LaToya, is that even though you may not have the biggest budget or whatever, like you always try to find time for yourself in that way, even if it's a weekend or a couple days and then now Sherelle, with you being a flight attendant, you're able to have those experiences. So kudos to both of you. I think that's awesome.
It's time to get you into doing that too.
I know, even if it's just a staycation at the Grand America. Who acts grown but still needs help? I would say all of us.
I'm going to say all of us.
Like, this is something I always
Yeah.
tell everybody. Like, I don't care how old I get, I still need my mom, So there's times when like there could be something in the fridge and I'm like, it smells like a little off, but like not like off enough to be like, do I eat it? But like, it could be like a date like after. And I'm like, Mom, do you think this is still good? And she's like, yeah. I mean, I don't do it as much anymore, I think, because I have kids. But there's still things that I definitely reach out to her about, because sometimes you just need your mom.
It's true.
Who handles stress the worst?
I think all of us.
You,
You meaning who?
Candace.
Yay.
I think I handle
I've
stress
gotten-
the best.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay. One word only. Closure or revenge?
Revenge.
How did I know that was coming? LaToya?
I mean, I would like to say closure, but there are times when I do want that revenge. That Taurus ass. If you cross me, I will be waiting. And you should be scared.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, I will be right here waiting for you.
Bitch.
I would say the good side of me wants to say closure, but the petty side of me wants to say revenge for
We're
sure.
all the same. We're all like,
Just call me 50 Cent.
If petty were a person,
oh my gosh. All this shit. That's crazy.
listen, I saw this thing the other day saying, I wish I looked as good as 50 Cent. Like the fact that he's being as petty as he is, but he's still glowing with a big old smile on his face. I was like, dang.
He been waiting to. A good journalist never tells their resources.
I'm saying though, I need to watch that documentary though, and that's on my watch list. I need to do it before it gets taken down off of Netflix.
I mean, they trying.
Because it will at some point. Because the powers that be. But listen, we are all Earth signs, and don't mess with us. Like I'm nice. I always tell people I'm nice until I'm not. So, and I can forget you. Like I can make it where you've never existed. Like I know I don't seem like that, but try me. Okay, healing or distraction?
Healing.
I would say healing too, but I will say realistically right now, I mean, I am doing a lot of healing, but I will admit I do a lot of distracting myself too. And there's times where I'm realizing I'm doing way too much, that I'm not sitting with my own thoughts. So just putting that out there. So, because I mean, there's a lot of distractions in the world. Stability or excitement? That's hard.
That's hard. The Taurus asked me wants to be like stability bars. Because we like to be stable and grounded and stuff. But I'm like, also, life is meant to have experiences and have fun. So I think at certain times it is fantastic to risk it to have an experience. I'm really happy I went to Amsterdam. Did I have a lot of money? No. Did I make it happen? Yes. And it was the best, one of the best experiences that I've had.
Excitement for me.
This one's so hard for me too, because I do so much better with stability, but I don't have enough excitement in my life. So I'm going to choose excitement for once in my life.
So I mean, that means we are going to plan a sister trip, and then of course brother as well, brother and sister-in-law.
And brother and sisters and sister-in-law forever. Peace or validation?
Peace.
Cheryl?
Validation. I think there is peace in validation.
Okay. I would say I need so much validation, but I know the validation that I need isn't something that I'm going to get. So, and that needs to come from within. So I'm going to pick peace. And that is all the questions for today. This is kind of an interesting episode, like fun, but also serious, but then fun again. So maybe we'll have to do this again with different questions. Joy of the week. My joy of the week, it was spending time with you guys over the weekend. Just the laughs and all that stuff. So family. Toy?
I would say the same thing. It was really fun.
Thanks. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for another episode of Sistas Unscripted. If this episode made you laugh, make sure you share it with your siblings or people you know so that they can be part of our community too, because we love y'all and we're just so happy you guys are here. Don't forget to follow the podcast. Leave us a review on your favorite listening platform because it really, really helps us grow. And thank you for rocking with Sistas Unscripted. We appreciate y'all more than you guys know, all right? We love y'all and we'll catch you in the next episode. Sisters.
Sisters.
Out.
Oh.
Bye.